Hey everyone, and welcome to the first devlog of Dreadline. We recently ran a playtest, and today we are diving into what we have learned and the feedback that we have received, as well as the changes that we are planning to make. First off, a massive thank you for everyone who has joined and helped us test the game. Your feedback is invaluable. And it's awesome seeing players explore the world that we are creating. So let's start off with the good stuff. The overall fishing experience and the direction of the minigames got positive responses, which is great because, well, that's the core of the game. The big fish monster, it scared the hell out of a lot of people, and that's exactly what we wanted. As for the overall vibe and the atmosphere, the players really felt the tension and unease that we were aiming for. That being said, there's always room for improvement, and we got some solid feedback to work with. A few things stood out that are in need of immediate attention. The settings menu, yeah, we kind of missed this. We will be adding a settings menu including mouse sensitivity adjustments. VoIP options. We will be adding more control over the voice chat, including a disable option for those who want to use Discord instead. Motion sickness. We can't promise anything here right now, but we will be looking into some motion sickness in the future. Private lobby. Yeah, this is absolutely needed, and we will be adding it to the next playtest. Some people also wanted to be able to crouch, and we don't have any mechanic for this yet, but we did see the appeal of it. It's a very social feature, so we will be looking into this one. As well as emotes, a lot of emotes, but they will probably have to wait after the next playtest. Now let's talk about the vessel that you call home. You wanted more to do on the boat, so we are looking into more equipment, events, and creatures to keep things engaging. You wanted more upgrades for the boat, and this is definitely happening. This is something that we have planned for and we are looking forward to try out. Some of you also wanted some more water physics and boat sway and so on, and I love this idea. I want to get into this, but it will probably take a lot of time, so we'll see what we can do, but that will have to wait until later. We also noticed that the boat sometimes kind of faces through islands and stuff. We will be looking into boat collision detection. We also saw the need for boat and character customization, and rest assured we will be looking into this, but that will also be closer to the release of the game instead of the next playtest. You wanted a little bit more tension when the monsters appear, and we definitely want to balance the unpredictability with proper telegraphing. So expect some refinements here with the creatures that you have already seen, and hopefully we can carry on that to the next creatures to come as well. We saw that some of you wanted to be able to defend yourself against the monsters. And we have debated this a lot, and we don't want every monsters to be countered the same way, with just like hitting them in the head. So some will have to be dealt with more strategy, but rest assured, some monsters will be solved with violence. We also noticed that the boat chaser was attacking the players when they have docked at different lighthouses. This was definitely not intended, so we will be adding safe zones and making sure that the boat monster returns to its slumber. Spotlight mechanics. Well, we wanted to be able to rotate and use the spotlight in different ways. We'll be looking into this, but be careful where you point that thing. Okay? It was rather annoying just falling off the boat and directly dying, and wanted some ways to save your fellow teammates. We'll be looking into throwing life buoys at your fellow fishermen to save them. So stay tuned for that one. We also noticed that we did have a radio that was not fully functional, so we'll have Eric look into that one and adding some different radio stations. We have received a lot of feedback on how the game should progress. A lot of you wanted more types of fish, and that is definitely coming. We will be expanding the rooster, don't worry about it. The quota system itself needs some adjustments, and we will be experimenting with this to put it somewhere in between Lethal Company and Content Warning in terms of gameplay. So we'll see just how we balance that. Speaking of the quota system, you wanted to see how much you will be selling the fish for. We want to keep some mystery, but we still want you to be able to make educated guesses. So we'll see how we solve this one. A day and night cycle. Yes. What you have played so far is during the day. So the night will be even more terrifying. And if you're out after dark, well, you're not coming home. We will be looking into the day and night cycle, as well as enabling you to be able to sell the fish at any time instead of just when you're done. So right. Some of you launched into orbit, and that was definitely not intended. We will be dialing back the jump height a bit. The engine tend to break down quite a bit, and we will actually be adding more different types of boat interactions that can break down and that will have to be fixed. So we will be adding these before we start to balance the whole system and so on, but hopefully we will be able to add something new before the next playtest. And some final thoughts. As you may have noticed, this was definitely not a demo, this was a playtest. We want to get feedback as soon as possible so we make sure that the product is something that you would like. To us, that means getting it out there as soon as possible and as frequent as possible. So keep an eye out on our social media as well as our Discord to make sure that you can try it out next time and be a part of this development. And if you did join us the last playtest, please let us know how it felt. Your feedback is shaping the game again, and we can't wait to show you what's next. Thanks for watching and stay safe out there on the waters. Who knows what's lurking beneath? Subscribe for more updates and we will see you the next time, if you make it back to the shore.